The ripple effect. And quoting from Clarence the Angel in It's a Wonderful Life that says, "Strange, isn't it? Each man's life touches so many lives." Hi Goddard, good evening. So, Jeff, after discovering the slight edge and experiencing how it works in the four basic areas of life, which is health, finances, relationship, and personal development, it's been amazing to see this whole fifth area of happiness open up as well. Pero hindi tayo natatapos dito. There was a larger dimension to the slight edge that went well beyond the way it could improve our own lives. As wide a range of benefits as health, finances, relationships, personal development, and happiness they all have one thing in common. They are essentially about us, our health, happiness, finances, and so on. But what happened after we've gone? And for that matter, what happened while we are still here? What difference does our life make in what's happening beyond the doors of our home? If it has a huge impact in our life, what about our impact to the rest of the world? We are not the only person this question mattered to. Hi Grace, good evening. In fact, whether we realize it or not, it matters to everyone. Everyone likes a good meal and a warm bed, di ba? Everyone wants the companionship of someone they love and who loves them. Everyone wants to be happy in their lives. But once those basics are taken care of, we all want something more. We all want to make a difference. That's because we were here. The world is a better place because of us. Human beings are social animals, and there's something hardwired into us that needs to know that we've had an impact on the world, that we matter. So, growing up with a slight edge, on this part of the story of the book is from one who has a genuine passion for how the slight edge creates a legacy in the world, and someone who knows the slight edge from the inside and out because she grew up with it. That is the daughter of Jeff, Amber Olson, wrote. Growing up with the slight edge. So people asked her all the time what it was like growing up with it. As always, as she says, growing up with the Olson household, it was not something that she was really aware of. It was just the way their family lived. So growing up, she knows that anything was attainable as long as she was consistent about working on it every day. And by being consistent, all things were possible. She could do anything she set her mind to do. Hi Dean, good evening. So, there is also a shared story from Will Smith about his upbringing. Hi Mavs, good evening. One summer, when he was 12 years old, his father tore down a brick wall and told Will and his brother, then 9, to rebuild it. Will says that it was impossible, but nevertheless, they do it, and it took them a year and a half to do it. And when it was finished, their dad said, "Now, don't you ever tell me that there's something you can't do." Hi Pinks, good evening. You didn't set out to build a wall, as Will later explained it. You set out to lay the first brick as perfectly as a brick can be laid. You do that you do that every single day, and soon you would have a wall. Yes, you would have a wall by laying it break by break. Here he was talking about the slight edge, even though he did not phrase it. So, another big influence in the life of Amber is sa bahay nila walang separation ng work on their home. So it's either of her parents had a business call that would go off. Kung may business call yung parents niya, hindi sila yung type of person na they would go into a room and they talk their meetings, their business there. So most times dala-dala nila si Amber sa meetings nila. So her parents, because both love to work, and it was something they love, something they always look forward to doing, yung trabaho nila. It was parang naging innate na yun sa nature nila na every day they have to go to work. So tayo ba we look forward sa mga trabaho natin araw-araw? Excited ba tayong pumunta ng office? Excited ba tayong gumising ng maaga para gawin yung mga trabaho natin? Sa ngayon, ako yes. It's because I am seeing now through the eyes of time the result of what I am doing right now. So, achieving greatness in anything is not simply a matter of taking the steps to get you there. It's also a matter of being willing to pay the price. And that price is responsibility. If we want the world to be better, because we are here, so we need to do something about it. For myself, I believe that what we are doing in the community, we're making people live better. That is why we are not giving up no matter the challenges we are facing with, because we believe that we are doing something that will make their family life better one day. In one community, we serve 126 families, and when we go to Iloilo, we serve there 1,000 families. If we are not believing and working on that by being present in the community and get involved, then we are just wasting our time, di ba? Kung hindi kami naniniwala na one day yung buhay ng mga tao na yon mababago. Our life will only become better by helping make others live better. So that is why I love being on this business of helping people age backwards, because of the heart in the leadership that the company is present. As Will Smith, grandmother, told him, if you're going to be here, there's a necessity to make a difference. So, alam natin, andito tayo sa mundo, dapat alam din natin that somehow dapat we will make a difference into someone's life, kahit sa isang tao lang. So, kung nasaan ka man ngayon, make sure that you make a big difference. Be it with your family, be it with the community that you serve with, or kahit para sa sarili mo. So, yung impact ng slight edge sa life ni Amber, she realized it when she was managing one of their business. As fascinated as she was, she started gathering stories to include in the second edition of the book, and was knocked over by the thousands of stories from people about how the slight edge was working in their lives, up to the point that she understood how the slight edge worked in context of business and was inspired and wanted to do something that would make a bigger difference. But then, there is a price to success. As Amber always felt that the reason why people seek out personal development so that you can do more, live longer, touch more people, and leave a bigger legacy. So, hi Lan, good evening. So believe that we are here to learn and grow to become so abundant and have that belief in ourselves that we finally tap into the full potentials of the greatness that is within us. And we are here to share that greatness into the world. But that greatness always comes with a price. Because growth creates abundance, and that abundance creates responsibility. At hindi madali yung isang responsibility. As I go through that phase from helping my siblings and sending them to college until the finesse, and eventually problems, sit-ins, and challenges. There is one challenge into another. It is not easy. But then Amber finding her passion for the question of how we pay all that forward, that knowledge, that mentorship, that personal growth and development, and that success. Helping people understand not only the value of their own personal development, but also how that in turn creates ripples that touch all the people around us in our everyday lives. So, beyond that, how are we collectively changing the world? As a famous quote from an anthropologist, Margaret Mead, she says, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world." But knowing the slight edge, let's take her statement further. Never doubt that a single, thoughtful, committed person can change the world. And that could be you. That could be you. Because by being you as one person, being committed, consistent, persistent, with persistent actions, will have a ripple effect that will in time create a thoughtful, committed group of thousands of even million pesos. As Amber wanted to put these ideas together in a practical way, create some kind of business and structure that have the kind of powerfully positive slight edge experience that could touch the lives of others. That is why my Ripple was born with a tagline, individually taking responsibility, collectively changing the world. And then a whole new business venture showed for them. As I mentioned in the slow down to go fast, that took the whole concept in a new direction. And I am proud that I belong on this team of business owners that is collectively changing the world. And I have the gift to witness this on both worlds. In this business where the Olsons are doing the learned activity and knowledge activity like what I'm doing here. And in the community that I serve with, here, One of the many activity knowledge that we would be pursuing once our youth center is done, we will having the tutorial session with the kids who have difficulty in their studies, where their kuya and ate can help them with their difficulty in school, and we could be able to support in helping them to see and reach their true potential as a person, to dream big, working for it, and not being hindered by poverty and lack of resources. Because teens through late 20s have the most abundance resources available, and that is time. Through the learned activities that they are doing and contributing, the next generation is going to change the world, one individual at a time, one choice at a time, one day at a time. They will value the biggest resources they have, which is time, and will make correct daily decisions that will improve every facets of their lives. I know this because I am seeing it. Hi, Zell and Neil. Thank you for being here. So, the ripple effect is because, small or big, we all have the capacity to have a powerful ripple effect. The question is, what kind do you want to have? Good or bad? The choice is always yours. Also, one of Amber influence about on the slight edge is her mother, Rennie, because she consistently applies the slight edge to relationships and relationships and exemplifies the ripple effects perhaps better than anyone else she knows. Because Rennie has a heart for people. She has the habits of being present with whomever she will be, and so on. Because for her, simple things matter. So often, a smile, a caring gesture, a sincere question about their lives, or someone just to listen, may be just exactly what that person needs at the moment. Sometimes, being present is hard because it is not easy to do. We sometimes caught up in our own thoughts and not make the little effort it takes not to take an active interest in what's going on around us. Sad but true. Outside of ourselves. But if we do it, if we cultivate this slight edge, the habit of creating positive moments for all those who cross our path, our world would be, sure, a better place to live with. So, Jeff's thoughts about what that it all means as Amber serves as VP of Marketing, and I really love how she knows and speak about all the small details of our product. Hi, Tito Sunny! Good evening! She's also a VP of Culture that heads up our whole Ripple movement, which includes, she works with different organizations like Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and the Success Foundation. She was responsible for driving those 10 core values and making them organic as an integral part of the company's culture at every level. The 10 core values that drove the company from $0 to $100 million sales in a single year. So Amber is the greatest evidence in Jeff's life of what the slight edge can do. And he is deeply grateful for everything that Slight Edge has done. For their financial rewards and business success, good health and great friendships, continuous learning and personal development. And there's nothing that comes close to a father's joy seeing his daughter flourish and spread light in the world. Of all the ways that you might define success, happiness, and fulfillment, of all the ways you might demonstrate the ripple effect, Jeff can't think of a better example than her daughter because she lives it. So, the essential points of this chapter were: everyone wants to know that they make a difference in the world, that their lives matter. Greater success also creates a greater responsibility to share that success with others. And a single, thoughtful, committed person can change the world. We are all having a ripple effect on others. The question is, what kind of ripple effect, negative or positive, do we want to have? Hi Cesar, good evening. So, guys, spread the good vibes. One of the business activity knowledge that we have in our daily workout group is spreading the Wealth Wednesday vibe that Ray Higdon started in our group. So, as always, we would never know the ripple effect we can have by being kind or smile to someone and help a stranger that could never pay us back but can do to others and to others until a moving parade is rippling down the street, spreading kindness and love. That would be a beautiful world we could have. Hi Mia, good evening. So, thank you once again for being here with me in Wrinkles Live Day 11. And you can watch it on replays. Anyways, for those who are curious to know on what I mentioned here, why I love being on this business of helping people age backwards because of the heart in leadership that the company represent, go to my profile and send me a message. Would love to share some information with you. This might be a fit for you or not. You'll never know, for you'll be the one who would spreading that ripple effect to your family.